Comments, questions et commentaires. The honourable member for Edmonton-Griesbach.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I want to thank my honourable colleague from Alberta, and I know he deeply shares the love of our province like many in we do at home. But the reality is they're stuck between the question of whether or not the carbon tax is truly hurting their bottom dollar while also trying to find ways to feed their families. But they find that in this place, particularly the Conservative policy on the carbon tax, which this on April 1st increased 3 cents, at the same time that Danielle Smith, the Conservative Premier of Alberta, increased the gas tax by 4 cents. That kind of hypocrisy is, I think, something that Canadians are reeling from, and it's something that they can't get a path forward on. I also want to comment on the fact that we even see in Alberta the reason why Harper had such surpluses in his budget was because he weakened, in our province, oil, for example, the purchase takeover of Nexen by China, which was green-lighted by the Conservatives, in order to balance their budget, because they of course, want to tell the Canadian public that they're balancing it. But today, Madam Speaker, we're paying the penalty of that. So it's hard to believe the Conservatives when they genuinely, I believe, are addressing a problem of affordability. But I think it's in a way that Canadians can't understand, Madam Speaker. The carbon tax is 3 cents. That's Justin Trudeau's fault. Sorry, I retract that. That's the Prime Minister's fault. But the Leader of the Opposition, the Leader of the Conservative Party in Alberta increased it 4 cents. How does he justify that?
Honourable for Edmonton-Wetaskiwin.
I don't know what's going on today. It might be the eclipse yesterday or whatever, but I wonder if the honourable member knows that we're in the Canadian House of Commons here talking about what the federal government is doing. We are both members of opposition parties, but only one of us is actually taking our role seriously to oppose the government. That member votes for this government every single time he has an opportunity. And I'll hearken back to the days of Stephen Harper and take a look at this New York Times article that, quote, after-tax middle incomes in Canada, substantially behind in 2000, now appear to be higher than in the United States, unquote. That's from 2014. The article also says, it talks about an income survey, but other income surveys conducted by government agencies suggest that since 2010, that was the time of the economic meltdown, the global economic meltdown, since 2010, pay in Canada has risen faster than pay in the United States and is now most likely higher. That was 2014, Madam Speaker. We are in a completely different circumstance now because of that member's party supporting this government.
Good.